Hey, this is Jeff. Welcome to my video. This is another video in my series Discovering Kelowna. I set myself the personal challenge of seeing all 203 Kelowna City and regional parks in 1 year. I'm getting near the end, and once again I'm in a neighborhood I've never been to before, and I'm going to see some exciting parks I have never seen before. This week I'm on Mine Hill in the Black Mountain neighborhood. So we are in the southeast corner of Kelowna, southeast of Rutland, and on Mine Hill, which is a hill just to the west of Black Mountain. So to the south of us is Gopher Creek and Mission Creek and Kirshner Mountain. Right to the west of us is Rutland and Belgo, and to the north behind me you can see Mine Hill. So I'm going to climb up that hill because there's a park on top. I'm going to see some neighborhood parks, some new neighborhood parks, and hopefully some great views of the whole Kelowna area and Black Mountain as well. So this is a newer area. Most of the residences on Mine Hill have been built in the last 20 years. Building is still going on. New streets are still being carved out of the hillside, and so there's a lot of expensive new houses with amazing views, and there's also some older things, and so we'll see what there is to see. I hope you come with me. Hey, so here I am coming to you for my first park of the day, Loseth Park. This is a neighborhood park at the corner of Loseth and Highway 33. So we're on the south side of Mine Hill, ready to start our climb. This is an interesting park. It's a wonderful neighborhood park. It's got a playground in it, and it's got a berm all the way around it. Now, is that to protect the children? I suspect it is to retain water. I suspect as the water runs down Loseth Road and off the mountain, they don't want it to run onto the highway necessarily. They want it to collect in this park. So I'm not sure how they're going to direct it into the park, but there is a lowered spot in the sidewalk on the northwest corner of the park where water or vehicles could get into the park. I'm not sure exactly how that works, but yeah, it's a good example of combining important utility infrastructure in the community with a neighborhood park where kids can play. Because, you know, like any neighborhood, there are neighborhood parks here, but there's not a lot. This one sits on the south side of the line that divides the older part of the subdivision here from the late 20th century from the newer part, which was built in this century. And other than that, you know, you gotta go over to Black Mountain Drive to the east of here on the other side of the subdivision to find another neighborhood park. So it's good that it's here. I've seen lots of people playing here, so it's obviously popular, and I'm glad I came to Loseth Park. Hey, so here I am coming to you for my next park, Mine Hill Park. Yes, I am on top of Mine Hill, and it's a great feeling. The view, as you can tell from behind me, is amazing. We have a view over to Kirshner Mountain and the south slopes. I think I might even be able to see Little White Mountain from here. And of course, as we pan this way, we can see the lower slopes of Mine Hill where the residences are and are being built. We can see all sorts of things in Rutland and the really great view of the Belgo Terrace and the way the Mission Creek Ravine, the scenic canyon, cuts through there all the way in the distance out to Okanagan Lake. And it's really super fabulous. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. This is clearly at the top here a popular spot for people to come in their 4x4s and have bonfires and parties. There's a old painted sign nailed to a Douglas fir that says, "Please pack out your cans and garbage." So I think this has been a popular spot for bush parties for many decades. Now, the whole hill has not been protected, besides the fact that there's a cell phone tower on the top of it. The park, Mine Hill Park, really only protects the western side of Mine Hill. There's a nice old trail there and a hiking trail that takes you up to the top here. A lot of the other sides and the top are scheduled for residential development. So if you like coming out here to party, then enjoy it while you can. I guess we'll see what happens over the next few years. But it's a beautiful place to come for a hike. It's a beautiful place to come for the view. And I'm really glad I came to Mine Hill Park. Hey, so here I am coming to you from my next park for the week. This is the Carnoustie open space. So we've now gone to the north side of Mine Hill. So I'm actually on the northeast. As you can probably see behind me, there's an amazing view here. All to the northeast, all of Ellison, all of Rutland. It's really amazing. So like we've seen in a lot of other new neighborhoods, when they develop these hillsides, they don't just put in streets and houses with views, they also put in conservation corridors. Helps the hill still look natural from far away, helps the animals have a place to connect with their old territories or whatever's left, and it makes a nice place for the local people and other people to come and recreate themselves. So this is just a swath of forest and hillside. There are no official trails here yet. Don't know if there ever will be, but I got here through a walkway at the end of Birkdale Place, I think. And so there's an unofficial trail that starts at the end of the walkway because, you know, if there's a walkway to the park, it's like a suggestion to enter the park at that point and start an exploration. So you don't have to walk very far to get an amazing view. And I don't know what they're going to do anything more with this forest, but I know it's going to provide a great place for kids in the neighborhood to explore, and hopefully provide a place for some animals to continue living and provide them with a natural experience. So I'm glad I came and had a look at Carnoustie open space. Hey, so now I'm in the same neighborhood as Carnoustie Park. I'm in Birkdale Park. So, of course, when they put in new neighborhoods, you gotta put in at least one neighborhood park. And this one is a beautiful one. Far from being a postage stamp, larger than your average. This one has a beautiful playground, a tennis court, and a wonderful view of Black Mountain. The cool thing about the playground, as you can see behind me, is they've used a lot of stone and wood, and it really ties it in to the environment around here. I love to see innovative designs in playgrounds or parks or anywhere, and this one's so new. This neighborhood has really only gone in the last 5 years, so this is a very new playground and a very new park, and it's really fun to see. It's on the corner of Birkdale and Black Mountain Drive, but you can't really get there. You can't really get here from there because it's up on a bluff where they blasted away the hillside in order to get access to this neighborhood. So you kind of got to go up around onto the interior streets, down a lovely walkway to get to this park. Anyway, it's going to be great for the people around here to bring their kids to. It's going to be great for people around here to come play tennis in. And it's a wonderful park to come to if you just want a beautiful view of Black Mountain. Now we're over on the east side, we're in the northeast corner of Mine Hill, and so we're getting all these great views of Black Mountain. Of course, it's visible from all over Kelowna, but nowhere do you get views of it like you do over here. Hey, so here I am coming to you from the Black Mountain Lookout Trail. So this is a great trail that climbs up a hill, which I believe is named Bell Hill. I saw that name on the Black Mountain Irrigation District website. Maybe someone who knows can confirm it for me in the comments. It's definitely bell-shaped. Anyway, this is another hill that lies between Mine Hill and Black Mountain. So behind me, you're looking east towards Black Mountain, but we are to the east of Mine Hill. So as we get to this eastern part, the southeastern part of the valley, we get a lot more foothills and things. So it's a very textured and interesting place. All of them covered these rolling hills with this precious native grassland. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to go for walks. So to get to the top of the hill, we climbed the Black Mountain Lookout Trail through the Stockley open space. So this is a new park that was designated when they subdivided this hill for residential development. But the top of this hill, where I'm standing now, is beautiful flat meadow with a loop trail around it, giving you views all over the place. Is not actually in the park. It is in an adjacent lot, which is scheduled for multifamily residential development. So I'm not sure whether the people who someday develop this lot will preserve this trail or not. I don't know what the rules are on that. So definitely come out and enjoy this while you can. It would be a weird hike to just hike up the hill and not be able to get to the top here, because this is really the highlight of the hike. So Stockley open space, obviously, you know, a swath of hillside that was left aside for conservation corridor and for aesthetic principles. And we're certainly glad that it was, because it's another great hike in this neighborhood. Just another point to the east here of me, between this hill and Black Mountain, is Gopher Flats. And Gopher Flats is owned by the Black Mountain Irrigation District, who for 100 years have been bringing water to the people of these areas from the tributaries of Mission Creek, which is farther to the east of the mountains. And since 1949, they've had plans to flood Gopher Creek if necessary and make another water reservoir. And they've owned that land since 1985. So 70 years they've been planning to maybe do that someday. And you know, there's been a lot of development here, a lot of new houses going in. So I think it's more likely than ever that they'll flood that valley and have a reservoir. So lots of things going on in this neighborhood, lots of things to keep an eye on. So I'm really glad I came up through Stockley open space to the Black Mountain Lookout. Hey, so here we are in our last park of the week. This is Lund Park. So this is another neighborhood park. I'm now on the southeast side of Mine Hill along Black Mountain Drive, which runs between Mine Hill and Black Mountain. So this is a beautiful park. It's got a lovely playground. It's got an odd shape. They fit it in where they could. Gives a little bit of extra space from some of the postage stamp parks. And it's, you know, we've already seen people playing here. It's a good park. So it's always important for local neighborhoods to have a place for the kids to come and play and for other people to come and picnic and have a good time. Lund Park. Hey, so that was my walk for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. There's lots of interesting things, lots of variety. We saw parks all around Mine Hill. You can see it there in the back. That's looking west. So here we are on the east side. You can maybe see the golf course in the valley and all the excavation going on, putting in new houses on Mine Hill. So that was really the name of the character of the neighborhood. New things going in here and there, new parks being defined. A lot like we saw last week in the ponds, actually. We saw neighborhood parks like Lund Park and Loseth Park and Birkdale Park, and we saw some open spaces like the Carnoustie open space and the Stockley open space that have been left aside for conservation and aesthetic values, and the lovely Mine Hill Park. So we saw some playgrounds and some things, and we saw how we had two great hikes. We climbed to the top of Mine Hill on the Mine Hill trails, and we climbed up to the top of Bell Hill on the Black Mountain Lookout Trail. So lots of things to explore here, lots of things to keep an eye on. You know, I think the most poignant thing for me was to climb to the top of Mine Hill and to see the spot where the people in their 4x4s would drive up and have fires and enjoy the view. And you know, soon that's going to be turned into residential housing. So things are changing in this neighborhood, and you know, we can keep an eye on it and we'll see what happens. And when we come back, things might be different, and that's fun too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video if you did like it. Next week we'll be somewhere else in Kelowna, exploring something else I haven't seen before, and I hope to see you there.